So what's up guys, it's me back at again with another video, and today we got more epic Transformers Kingdom news, and oh boy, this is big. This is really big news. So let's just get into it. Alright, so here we have new packaging images of Transformers Kingdom Voyager class Inferno. Not the Beast Wars one, but the G1 version of Inferno. And judging by the looks of things, obviously you can see he is a repaint slash remold of the Earthrise Voyager class Grapple. Now, unfortunately, this is a leaked image, meaning it is not that great quality. So it is a little hard to see some of the details and the minor changes they added from the Grapple figure. But the only differences that I could really point out are, well, first off, he has a ladder now, so that's cool. If you remember, Earthrise Grapple came with a crane arm. The other major difference is that if you look really closely on his face, you can actually see that the head sculpt is a little different, I think. And he has some sort of wings, I guess you could say, on the sides of his head. And the last difference that he has compared to Grapple is that he is red instead of orange. Now, as for the art on the packaging, I gotta say, I really love the look of this new packaging. I gotta say, the artwork, I think, is nice. I think it's also a great idea to showcase more of the artwork on the front instead of just being on the side. I think that is a really nice touch, and, you know, just trying to change things up a bit, and I think for the better. And now the next leak we have here is one that I'm sure you all have probably been waiting for, and that is the Voyager class Dinobot. Now, even though we can't really see much of the robot mode due to the design of the packaging, I gotta say, from the looks of things, he looks like a really awesome figure. He has some promise to him. Now, I am happy with the choice that they decided to go with when making this figure a Voyager class, because if you watch the original Beast Wars show, you'd see that Dinobot was a pretty tall character. So yeah, I do think that making this figure a Voyager class is the perfect choice for Dinobot. As for the packaging art, as you can see, we got some really nice Kingdom art, as with the entire War for Cybertron trilogy. I just think the artwork on all the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy figures look great in general. But this one, I think, looks really good as well. Dinobot is no exception. I really like the robot mode, even though we can't really see much of it. But the Velociraptor mode, I think, looks really nice as well. And that's basically it for the Voyager class Kingdom Dinobot. I have nothing else to say other than he looks like a very promising figure. And now next up, here we have the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe class Airazor. And from the looks of things, she looks like she's going to be a very cool looking figure as well. Now, if I'm being honest, I was not expecting Airazor out of all the Maximals to be in the Kingdom toy line, because if I'm being honest, she is a bit of an underrated character in the Beast Wars. So it is nice that she is going to be in the Kingdom toy line, so it's good that she's getting recognition and all that. So that's good. As for the packaging art, I do think that it looks really nice. I do like the robot mode, even though it is a little hard to see, but the bird mode on the packaging art, I think, looks really nice. So next up is a very awesome reveal, which is the Deluxe class Kingdom Huffer. And again, since we can't really see much of the robot mode, just really the upper torso, I can still safely say that he looks great. I think the painting on that figure looks great as well, like the silver on the arms and the blue and light blue on the chest. And yeah, it just looks really cool. And now taking a look at the packaging art, as you can see, if you look very closely, it does seem like he's gonna be a bit of a parts former, because in one of his arms he's holding a gun, and the other arm he's holding a pretty large shield piece, aka a big piece of parts forming. If I had to take a guess as to where this piece might go, I'm assuming the bed of the truck. But yeah, that's just one of the things I don't really like about the War for Cybertron trilogy. It's just like, what is it with this toy line and parts forming? Like, nobody likes parts forming. It just takes the fun out of the transformation. However, taking a look at the packaging art for the truck mode, I think the truck mode looks really nice. I think it looks really cool. And yeah, it does look as if this figure might be worth picking up. Despite the parts forming, he still looks like a really nice looking figure. And now next up, here we have a character who I have a high definition picture of. Finally. But anyways, I'm sure you know who this is. This is the Transformers Kingdom Leader Class Beast Wars or T-Rex Megatron. Now, since I already talked about this figure, I'm just going to be talking about the packaging art. Now, looking at the packaging, I gotta say, out of all the packaging arts I've seen in the Kingdom toy line so far, Megatron has got to be one of my favorites. This Beast Wars Megatron packaging art just looks stunning. It looks really cool. I love the bright purple and the orange and the black. It just looks really cool. I love the way this packaging looks. It's just, I like it. It looks really awesome. Probably one of my favorites. And the same goes to the Dino mode. I think the T-Rex mode packaging art looks really nice. I love the way that looks. And now next up, here we have the Kingdom Leader Class Optimus Prime, which is just a repackage of the Earthrise Optimus Prime, just put in a different box. Basically what they did with Astro Train. So just like Beast Wars Megatron, I'm not going to be talking about the Robo mode, but I am going to be talking about the packaging art. And just like Beast Wars Megatron, I gotta say this has got to be one of my favorite artworks for the packaging so far. Like all the colors, all the attention to detail, I just love all of it. It all looks amazing. I love it all. But yeah, I really love the packaging of the Robo mode. Now as for the vehicle mode, which is his big awesome truck mode, which I just love. Who doesn't love his truck mode? I gotta say the truck mode also looks really nice. The artwork is just stunning. I love the flashing blue lights, and yeah, it just looks like he's about to run into someone. But yeah, I would probably recommend picking this figure up if you have not gotten the Earthrise Optimus Prime, which I recommend you do get because I have that figure. It's an amazing figure. I just have no complaints with it whatsoever. And now for the last review that I'm sure you've all been waiting for, here we have the Transformers Kingdom Earth Mode Leader Class Ultra Magnus. Now this figure was a figure I was waiting for a long time, ever since we got the reveals and leaks and of possible listings of the Earth Mode Ultra Magnus, and now it's officially confirmed, and here he finally is. So yeah, here he finally is, and I do think he looks pretty cool. And now if you look at the figure itself in the box, as you can see, it does seem like he's gonna be a very heavy retool or slash repaint of the Siege Ultra Magnus. They're basically just taking the Siege Ultra Magnus mold and just making him look a little more like he's from Earth. And I honestly just don't mind that at all. It does look as if he's just going to be the Siege Ultra Magnus, just without the battle damage and of course more molding changes and stuff here and there. But yeah, I can't wait to get this figure. He looks like he's going to be really cool, because I missed out on the Siege Ultra Magnus, and well, I'm kind of glad I did, because now we're going to be getting an Earth mode version of Ultra Magnus, and I do kind of prefer that much more. And now taking a look at the packaging art, I gotta say the packaging art of course looks amazing, and you know, the more and more you look at the design of the packaging art, the more and more you start to see some similarities between this figure and the Siege version of Ultra Magnus. Regardless, the packaging art of the Robo mode I think looks really cool. Now take a look at the vehicle mode for the packaging art. I gotta say the vehicle mode looks a little weird. Like, if you look at the cab itself, you can see that the arms are just gonna fold up in the back of the cab section of the truck itself. And I'm pretty sure that was the same thing they did with the Siege Ultra Magnus and the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime from Siege. And it looked fine with those two figures because, after all, they were Cybertronian designs, not Earth designs. But here, it doesn't really work here for me. No. Because for me, it kind of looks like a lot of kibble. Regardless though, I do think that the Transformers Kingdom Leader Class Earth Mode Ultra Magnus looks cool either way. And if y'all remember what happened in Siege, Ultra Magnus died. So I'm assuming they're going to be doing some sort of time traveling thing where they go back in time and get Ultra Magnus back. Because after all, I did hear that Kingdom is gonna have something to do with time traveling and all that. And now with that being said, let's just conclude this video and talk about my final thoughts. So overall, I do think these reveals and the packaging art and all that, I think they're all really cool. Like Inferno, G1 Inferno, Airazor, who else was there? A bunch of the characters, they all looked amazing. I really loved the way they all looked. The ones that stick out and interest me the most are the Earth Mode Ultra Magnus, the T-Rex Megatron, the Dinobot figure, and yeah, those are the three that interest me the most. I'm really excited to see how those figures are actually gonna look. But seriously though, overall, I do think that all these reveals are amazing, and I really love the way they're going about with the packaging, because I just like to see more of that artwork, and that's what they did with both the side and the front of the packaging. It just looks amazing, and I think it is a good idea for the better. But yeah, so far this line of figures seems like it's gonna be epic. And I'm really excited to see how the Kingdom toy line is gonna just turn out in general. I'm really excited to see what the rest of the figures are gonna look like. I have a feeling they're gonna look epic. And now with that being said, I thank you all so much for watching. So as always, if you liked the video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe, it really helps the channel out. And click the notification bell so you won't miss videos like this. And I'll see you all in the next video. So as always, stay home, stay safe, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.